Hey everyone, ready to dive into something that can really make a difference in your workday?
Absolutely. And I think anyone listening who's ever struggled with forms, especially in business setting, is going to want to hear this.
We're talking streamlined workflows, increased efficiency, maybe even, dare I say it, making forms fun.
Okay, fun might be a stretch, but let's just say less painful.
Sign me up. So today's deep dive is all about a platform called Quik.app. We've been exploring the Quik App Enterprise Guide, and let me tell you, it's packed with insights on how to automate those tedious form processes we all know and, let's be honest, dread.
What I find most impressive about Quik is that it's not just about digitizing forms, it's about transforming them into intelligent workflows.
So break that down for me. What does that actually look like in practice?
Imagine this. You find the form you need and boom, it's already pre-filled with all the relevant information. No more hunting down those missing details.
Okay, that's already saving me a ton of time and frustration.
Well, it gets better.
Right? Tell me quick, handles e-signatures too?
You know it. Quik streamlines the entire process, from finding the right form to getting those legally binding signatures, all within a secure and user-friendly platform. And they've got options depending on your needs. The Quik app is fantastic for individuals or small teams looking for a quick and easy solution.
But what about larger businesses, those dealing with more complex workflows, multiple departments, the whole 9 yards?
That's where the Quik API comes in. It's designed for developers to build Quik's features directly into a company's existing systems. Think custom applications, internal platforms, you name it. The API provides that next level of integration and customization.
Sounds powerful, but we'll save the deep dive on the API for another episode. Today, we're focusing on the ready-to-implement solutions outlined in the Quik App Enterprise Guide.
And that guide really is a goldmine of practical advice. It walks you through everything, starting with account setup, which, let's face it, can be a major pain point for larger businesses.
Oh, absolutely. Whenever I hear enterprise, I immediately start thinking about complex configurations, user permissions, the potential for things to go wrong. Does the guide address these concerns?
It really does. It lays out a clear roadmap for choosing the right account structure, whether you're a small, close-knit team or a large organization with various departments.
Okay, so walk me through it. Let's say I'm a small business owner just starting to explore Quik. What are my options?
Well, if everyone on your team works closely together, sharing the same CRM system, a single account might be all you need. It keeps things simple, centralized billing, everyone working from the same set of forms.
Makes sense. But what if my needs are a bit more, shall we say, complex?
That's where the parent-child account structure comes into play, and the guide goes into great detail about how this can benefit larger firms.
Parent-child accounts. Intriguing. Tell me more.
Think of the parent account as your central command center, overseeing everything. This is where the administrator, the one in charge, manages form libraries, sets up those crucial e-signature credentials, and ensures data accuracy with specific field rules.
Okay, I'm starting to see the appeal here, especially for larger organizations.
Yeah.
But what about those child accounts? What role do they play?
Think of them as individual departments or teams operating under the umbrella of the parent account, but with a certain degree of autonomy. They can have their own customized forms and workflows, even dedicated CRM connections, all while the parent account maintains that top-level control and ensures data security across the board.
So we've got our parent account, our child accounts, but what about the actual users, those filling out the forms on a daily basis? How does Quik differentiate between user roles within this structure?
They've kept it refreshingly simple with 2 primary roles, admin and user. The admin is essentially the captain of the ship, responsible for everything from user management to enabling those crucial security features. They hold the power to tailor the Quik experience for their organization.
And the user role.
The user gets to enjoy a streamlined, customized experience without having to worry about the behind-the-scenes stuff. They can focus on what matters, filling out those forms quickly and accurately.
It's all about finding that balance between giving users the tools they need and shielding them from unnecessary complexity. But what about those businesses that prefer a more hands-on approach during the rollout? What does the guide recommend for setting up those child accounts and onboarding users?
The guide highlights the flexibility Quik offers. Businesses can either have users sign up for their child accounts individually, or, for a more personalized touch, create those accounts manually.
So it's about finding the right balance between efficiency and personalization during the onboarding process.
Precisely. While manually creating accounts might require a bit more upfront effort, the guide argues that this personalized approach can lead to a smoother transition and fewer hiccups down the line. It's like the old saying, measure twice, cut once.
Investing that extra effort up front can pay dividends in the long run. Speaking of investments, let's talk about the forms themselves. What's special about how Quik handles these? What makes them stand out from, say, just using a basic PDF filler?
This is where the Quik Forms Enterprise Manager, or QM for short, takes center stage. It's like having a mission control for all things forms.
QFEM. I like the sound of that. But what kind of control are we talking about here? Give me the details.
Well, picture this. You've got access to this huge library of forms, right? But instead of feeling overwhelmed, you can actually curate it to perfectly match what you need.
Like having a personal assistant just for my forms.
Exactly. The guide explains how QFM lets you subscribe only to specific libraries that are tailored to your industry or what your business focuses on.
That's smart. So no more wasting time digging through irrelevant stuff. I like it.
Yeah.
But what about when it comes to features like e-signatures? Can I pick and choose which forms actually need them?
Absolutely. QFM gives you that control down to the nitty-gritty. You can turn e-signatures on or off for the whole library, or even just for individual forms.
Okay, so we've got control, we've got flexibility, but you mentioned field rules earlier, and that's where things got really interesting. How do those work exactly?
Field rules are where Quik really sets itself apart. These rules make your forms intelligent, automating tasks, and really minimizing errors, which, let's face it, we all make.
Nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
So how do these rules actually work in practice? Give me an example.
Let's say you have fields that always need to be filled out, no exceptions, right?
Yeah, like those mandatory fields you always seem to miss.
Exactly. You can set those as required fields, making sure you get that crucial information every single time.
Love it. What else could these field rules do?
Think about all the information you type over and over again, like your contact details, your name, your phone number, your email address. With Quik, you can actually set default values for those fields. It can pull that information straight from your profile or your CRM.
So no more repetitive typing for the basic stuff. Huge time saver. But what about accuracy? I'm sure I'm not the only one who submitted a form with a typo or the wrong format. How does Quik handle those situations?
You are not alone, but don't worry, Quik has got you covered there too.
Sure.
You can actually set data validation rules. So for fields like phone numbers, dates, zip codes, anything that needs a specific format, Quik, make sure it's entered correctly.
Like having a built-in proofreader. Amazing. Now, shifting gears for a second, because we've talked a lot about Quik as a standalone platform. But in today's world, integration is key. How well does Quik actually play with other systems, especially CRMs?
That's a fantastic question, and it's something the Quik App Enterprise Guide really nails. They understand that in the business world, things are interconnected, so they've made sure Quik integrates smoothly, especially with CRMs, because as we know, that's where all your client info lives.
Exactly. So it's not just about having a cool form tool. It's about how that tool fits into the larger picture.
Yeah.
How does that integration actually work on a technical level?
They've got two main methods. The first, and this one's pretty straightforward, is called Quik pulls data. Basically, it connects directly to your CRM, whether you're using Redtail, Salesforce, or any number of others.
The guide mentions they support a lot of different CRMs.
They really do. And the cool thing is, once Quik is connected, it automatically pulls in the client data you need, so you don't have to enter it manually.
Talk about a time saver. I'm all about anything that reduces manual data entry. But what about actually logging into Quik? Do I need a separate set of credentials, or does it connect to my CRM login?
That's where their second integration method comes in, single sign-on, or SSO.
Okay, SSO. I've heard that term thrown around, but to be honest, I'm not entirely sure what it means.
It's simpler than it sounds. Basically, it means you can use your existing login from another system, like your company's network, or another platform you use to access Quik.
So no need to remember a million different passwords. Sign me up.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing it's about more than just convenience.
You're right. The really smart thing is that Quik uses the data from your SSO to personalize your experience. So, say you log in using your company credentials. Based on your profile, Quik might automatically pre-fill certain fields on forms or even tailor the entire interface to match your role and preferences.
No, that's what I call intelligent automation.
Yeah.
It's like Quik is anticipating my needs before I even know what they are.
That's the goal, a truly personalized, streamlined experience. But for our listeners who are now eager to get their hands on Quik, what are some key takeaways from the Quik App Enterprise Guide? What should they really keep in mind, especially if they're dealing with forms on a larger scale?
Yeah, give us the Cliff Notes version.
Well, the guide really hammers home the importance of choosing the right account structure right from the start. It's like laying the foundation for a house.
You definitely don't want to realize halfway through that you need a different layout.
Exactly. So whether it's a single account for a smaller team or that parent-child account set up for bigger organizations, Quik makes it clear your account structure should match how you work.
Makes sense. And beyond the initial setup, the thing that really struck me was the level of control Quik gives you over those forms. I mean, from picking and choosing what's in your library to deciding which forms need e-signatures, even automating data entry with those intelligent field rules, it's impressive.
It really is. And what's amazing is that Quik manages to provide all this control without overwhelming you. The interface is designed to be easy to use, whether you're the one setting everything up or just filling out the forms.
Because nobody wants to spend hours figuring out how to use a new tool.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then on top of that, they've got those seamless CRM integrations, which really ties everything together.
Right, because we've all been there stuck with a bunch of different systems that don't talk to each other.
It's a nightmare. But with Quik, your forms, your client data, even your login, it's all connected. It just makes sense.
It's like having a single source of truth for everything. And that's really the beauty of this guide. It doesn't just throw a bunch of features at you and say, good luck. It actually gives you a roadmap, walks you through best practices, addresses common concerns.
It empowers you to take control of your forms and finally make them work for you, not against you.
So for our listeners who are ready to ditch those inefficient forms, say goodbye to manual data entry, and embrace the future of automation, what's the next step? What's our final thought for them today?
If you're ready to explore just how powerful Quik can be for your business, I highly recommend checking out the Quik App Enterprise Guide. It's packed with practical advice, step-by-step instructions. It's really your key to unlocking forms automation mastery.
And remember, the Quik team is there to support you every step of the way. They've got your back. Well, that's a wrap on this deep dive into the world of Quik.app. We hope you found it insightful and maybe even a little bit inspiring.
We certainly did.
We're always on the lookout for those game-changing tools and technologies that can make your workday smoother, smarter, and, dare we say, even a little bit more enjoyable. Until next time, keep innovating.